Hello, Sarah. Sarah Perry. You're going to be speaking in the session with me. First off, will you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yes. My name is Sarah Perry. I'm a lecturer in cultural heritage management in the Department of Archaeology at the University of York, and I direct the department's digital heritage and archaeological information systems degree programs. So I do a lot of work that involves representation and interpretation in heritage contexts using digital technologies.
Yeah. And it might be quicker to ask what apps you don't use, but what sort of apps do you use on a day-to-day basis?
Well, as you know, because you support me in a lot of this work, thank you very much. I've pretty much been taking advantage of the entire Google suite of tools with both my master's and my undergraduate students. So we use Google Groups, Blogger, YouTube, in particular Google Forms to do qualitative research via surveys, but also the entire kind of Google Docs portfolio of projects. And that I use Google Hangouts a lot as well for sharing research seminars. And then that is our kind of scaffolded by related digital media like Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. So
Yeah.
lots of stuff. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Are you going to be covering lots of the projects that you do in your session then?
I'm going to be covering most of them. I'm going
Yeah.
to be
What
talking.
sorts of projects are there that you do?
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about work that I've been doing with my first year undergraduates, my third year undergraduates, and some of my master's cohorts. In all of those different capacities, I've been having the students learn to work with one another and work with larger communities of practice outside of the university to understand and develop their skills in presenting heritage to different audiences. So I am going to be talking about, I've been conducting interviews basically with my students to figure out what they've learned and what they haven't
Yeah.
through these experiences. I'm going to be talking then about blogs that the students have been building to support, firstly, a set of projects that were around how to present a particular subject to a specific audience of their choice. So my third year undergraduates were creating their own independent blogging environments, and then they often, as I said, buttress that with different media to advertise it, like Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
So they, over 9 weeks, built their own blogs and advertised them and then reflected on their strengths and weaknesses. And similarly, my first year undergraduates, as part of an intensive field school that we do, have been blogging about a filmmaking project. So they have been tasked, basically they've been commissioned by the Yorkshire Museum to produce 3-minute films on a particular archaeological site that the department has been excavating at over the last couple of years. And the students have been blogging about that experience. They've been making these videos that have been uploaded through YouTube and using the YouTube functionality to disseminate. And then they've been evaluating student but also general public response to those videos using Google Forms
Yeah.
to collect the data. And then the last thing is that my master's students have been, again, doing a range of tasks, but in particular I've been using Google Groups in a very large master's cohort to facilitate discussion and create debate before we get into the classroom. So been very successful in having essentially 40 to 50 students writing fairly major discussions about different heritage issues before we get to class, so that there's a nice kind of background coming in.
Yeah. Well, it sounds fantastic. So it will be, and I look forward to seeing you there.
I can't wait. Thank you so much.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.